Happy time zone, Club Snow Angel. So I know that we are all developing a unnecessary need to have more builds in our save files. So if you, like me, have that problem, you're going to love this video today. But before we do dive into this build review and tutorial, I want to share a word from our fabulous and only sponsor, my good friends at the EA Creator Network. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video. Let's be real. I know a lot of you have a lot of unpurchased expansions, kits, stuff packs, what have you in your carts because we're all hooked on The Sims 4. That's why we're here. And if you want to support my Sims 4 addiction directly, be sure to use the code IVORYSNOWPLAYS when you check out. And you can use this on the EA app or the Sims website. And do be aware that using this code does support me financially. So feel free to use it when you shop because low-key, I need the support, child, but thank you if you do use it in advance. So today we're going to learn how to properly put builds that contain custom content into your game. And in order to do this, you're going to need a program like 7-Zip, and you're also going to need to locate where the Sims 4 document files are on your computer. I have my Sim self here, and she's going to help us take the tour of the Level Up Gaming Lounge. And this build was created by Shamu22. And once you follow this tutorial, you should be able to successfully put this in any other build, really, into your game with no issues. And I know it's going to work for you because it works for me. But if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out in the Discord. The link to the community Discord is going to be in the description box, or you can leave a comment. That way myself or somebody can help you. So once you've located where your Sims 4 tray files and your mods are, those are going to be the two important folders here. Again, your tray files and your mods folder. So once you located them and you have 7-Zip, and you can get the link to 7-Zip in the description box down below, I want you to go ahead and pull up the link to the build that is also, guess what, in the description box. So when you're downloading a build, you'll get different types of files that you'll need for the build to work. So the tray files are the blueprints that are going to tell the game where to place everything, how it should look, where it should go. Sometimes you could get builds off of the gallery, but you can also download these tray files. And you will put those tray files into your tray folder. And then the package files are going to go into your mods folder. If you're new to using mods and custom content, I highly suggest taking the time to organize some folders to keep everything organized. I should also practice what I preach, but I like to have a folder for decorations, clothing, shoes, what have you. Some people like to organize their mods folder by creator. I also keep a test folder. And in this test folder, I like to put anything new if I'm downloading a Sims dump, if I'm trying out new mods, if I'm doing what we're doing today, which is putting a custom build in my game. I put everything into this test folder because sometimes you'll download something and it's going to destroy your whole game, girl. The game won't launch. You can't get to anything. Everything's on fire. Babies are crying. We're just all having a terrible time because you downloaded bad CC. So I always recommend that people use a test folder when you're putting new mods, because that's going to save you from doing the 50-50 method for hours and crying and probably having a glass of wine and crying and walking outside and looking at the sky and crying and then coming back to your game and then still doing the 50-50 method, wondering why this is your life. So I don't want that for you. So I do stress that if you're really going to get into this custom content, modded life, use a test folder. It's going to save you so much time. All right, so when you click the link to the build, it's going to take you to this page, the post that has the Level Up Gaming Lounge, and just scroll down here, keep scrolling, look at all the beautiful pictures, because Shamu ate. Okay, she put her whole sim into this build, yes. So we're gonna scroll down to here, and you will see the lot details. Boom, 30 by 30 lot in San Myshuno, but keep in mind, you can place this on any 30 by 30 lot. Shamu also lists their EAID, which is helpful. because sometimes I know people will say, well, I put the tray folders in there, but it ain't in my, so it's really helpful that they're listing their gallery ID. That way you can make sure that you have all the custom content and you can just get it off the gallery. So it's also listing the packs that are used. Do read this because sometimes you'll put a custom build in there and you're like, I'm missing items, or the game's going to replace it with white chairs, white tables, blue rugs, just terrible. So you want to make sure that you understand if you don't have any of these items that you will have to manually replace it. So this is using Get Famous, City Living, Get Together, Get to Work, Jungle Adventure, Dine Out, Spa Day, and the Modern Lux Kit. I too own Dine Out. Okay, so I know on my end, I have everything here, so we should not be missing anything. Okay, so after you check to see if you have all of the packs listed here, cross-reference it with the EA app, go ahead and open the Google Drive link as well as the CC list. So if you're a type of person like me and you already have lots and lots of custom content, I highly recommend taking this list, right? Taking this list and searching for everything on this list in your mods folder as you're downloading the CC, because you don't want duplicates. Like, having duplicates in your mods folder is a waste. Like, you don't want it. So also keep in mind here that you want to check this list to see if anything has been updated. I know for sure the Utopia Billard mod has had an update. So you want to make sure that you're getting the current version of this. So a little food for thought here. Shamu is really that girl, because Shamu has made sure that they have put all of the CC with the download. A lot of people that they don't really be doing that. So Shamu, I love you. Like, do you want anything? Do you need dinner? Like, do you need a manicure, pedicure? What's your cash app? Because I really love when people include the CC. I know a lot of creators are very particular. Don't repost, don't. Child, I just want to put everything quickly. I don't want to have 45 links open. So keep in mind that not all people are going to be like Shamu22. You're going to have to manually seek out the CC, but the build that we're doing today has it all included. Shamu, that kiss was for you. All right, so once you have opened up 7-Zip, go ahead and open up your mods folder. I'm having this on a split screen here. I find it is always easy if I'm putting mods in my folder on a split screen. And if you don't know how to use a split screen, I am on my PC. Hit the Windows key, right arrow, one screen. And then you're going to be able to pick the other screen that you want. So right here, I'm looking at the Shamu22 Level Up Gaming Lounge folder. We're going to double click that, and we're going to double click it again. So up first, all of the files that you see right here, these are all of your tray files. So I'm going to go into my Sims 4 folder right here, and I have my stuff installed on a external hard drive. So mine is going to look different, but yours should be something like Electronic Arts, Sims Documents, Electronic Arts, Sims 4. That's typically how it goes. And you might be able to find this in your documents folder, but again, it really depends on the installation of your game. So right here, again, in the Electronic Arts Sims Documents, Electronic Arts Sims 4 folder, we see that we have the tray. I have a lot of tray files here. I have a whole lot of blueprints, okay? Again, as I told you guys, I have a problem, but that's not what we're talking about here today. We're talking about making sure that you get these blueprints dragged into your tray folder. I already put mine in, so I'm going to skip these files, but once you drag these tray files in here, you're good. So now we're going to go back so that we're in the mods folder, and I already created a folder where it says Level Up Build Test, and I put all of the CC in here so that I can organize it later. Now, in 7-Zip, let's go back to the Shamu Level Up Gaming Lounge, and we're going to click on the mods here. And you want to make sure that you are putting everything in here. And then, you know, just go through the folders, drag and drop. Again, make sure that you're double checking to see if anything has been updated. Like right here, I know that there might be an update to the Kiera Sims 4 arcade. So I'm just gonna go pull that up really quick. I'm checking to make sure that the lot tray is compatible. So it's the arcade one, and I can see right here that it's compatible. It's been updated back in March, and she still works. She's still good. So I am just still going to download a fresh copy of that because I don't know, I always like to download a fresh one. I do not use this website right here, so I'm going to get the Sims file share. And we're just going to put that fresh lot tray into the folder. Boom. So yeah, go through and again, double check, see if anything has been updated, and put everything in your test folder. And this next step is a bonus step. If you have the Sims 4 mod manager, you already know what's up. If you don't have it, baby, you're missing out. You're missing out. If you really want to keep a streamlined, organized mods folder, the Sims 4 mod manager is goated, as the kids like to say. So this is how I stay on top of any duplicates when I'm, you know, putting a new build in my game. So they have a tool here. You want to come down to this bottom left corner. You're going to click on tools, and you want to click on duplicate files, show. So I like to start with the exact same file. I'm going to open it, and I just always hit refresh first. And it is going to tell me what items are duplicated. And I know for a fact that these are all coming from the level up build because it's going to tell you where the folders are at. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete all. This is going to manually delete it. And that's going to get rid of any duplicates from the build that I just installed. There's also the same file name, and it's going to show any files that have very identical names. And I see right here, I have a folder that's a to organize folder, which is embarrassing. And then I have the level up build test. I'm going to delete it from the to organize folder. And it looks like I have no more duplicates from this build that I am going to install. So now that we put in all of the mods, we put in the tray files, and we checked for duplicate items, I'm going to go ahead and launch the game. And we are going to take a tour of the Level Up Gaming Lounge by Shamu. All right, so my game loaded up. We're in Ciudad Emirata, and I am going to show you how you place these lots in your game. The first thing you want to do is press Control-Shift-C, and that is going to pull up the bar where a lot of us might be familiar with cheat codes. The code that we're going to enter is bb.move objects. So most people build with this on. This allows you to freely place items. Well, mostly freely place items, but you want to make sure that's on. And then I'm going to press Control-Shift-C to get rid of that bar. And now I'm going to open up my gallery. By default, with your gallery, you're only going to see builds and households that don't include custom content. So you want to come over to the left-hand side and click Turn on Modded Content. And once you include custom content, you'll start to see a lot of your households and lots load in that you probably didn't see before. So I have a lot, like I have so much. So I am going to go ahead and switch over to the category lots, and then I'm going to set the size 30 by 30 because I already know that's the size of it. And lo and behold, we have it right here, the Level Up Gaming Lounge by Shamu22. So it's going to give the information here, the description, and I'm just going to go ahead and place the slot. And I'm going to place it right where the Villa Salida, is that how you say that? I'm going to place it right there. So you want to make sure that it's furnished, that way you don't have to decorate it. And you want to select that it's a bar, just like in the gallery. So with BB move objects on, we're gonna go ahead and replace the slot. Now, this is the test of the strongest soldiers. If you have anything in your game that is broken, especially with a lot of the updates that have been happening, this is a test right here because sometimes it might take a while to build a lot. Sometimes the game might crash, and that's where you know you need to get in and do that 50-50 because something ain't right. So I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed. Hopefully, the build is placed, the game doesn't crash, and we are good Gucci money. Okay, I'm a little bit scared, but please keep me in good thoughts. That way we can finish can finish the tutorial. Okay, so the lot was able to get placed. I was so worried that my game was about to crash. I was literally about to cry. So let's just go through and look at it before we get into our more aesthetic tour. So if you want to look at it before you get into live mode, you're just going to click on the build and then you're going to hit the little build wrench in the bottom corner. And then you're going to go through more loading screens because who doesn't love a loading screen? All right, so here is where we come through and play test to see if there's anything that we're missing. So what I like to do first is I like to look at the exterior of the build. This build actually looks really good in the Ciudad. Okay. All right, and I'm just checking here. And again, you would know if you're missing something because you're going to get like awkwardly placed items like white tables, white rugs, blue rugs, things like that. Like right now, I know that I am missing some type of chair right here. And that's fine because I'll replace it with a different chair that I have. I installed everything. I'm not sure what's missing. I'm also missing some chairs right here, which is again odd because I put everything in here. It could be something Sims 4 related. Sometimes it just happens when you're placing a build. But we're gonna pretend that you know they're not there and we're gonna replace them. So coming down here, it looks like everything placed just fine. I don't appear to be missing anything. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly delete these and I'm going to replace it with something similar. I'm just going to grab these little poofs right here and just put, you know, 2 of them right there. And I'm going to have to pick out some gaming chairs to place right here. And I'm gonna replace it with this gaming chair right here. I like the way that they look. So I'm gonna replace it with that. So outside of that, everything looks to be good. So let's bring my sim self here and do a walkthrough and get a closer look at this build. I'm really excited. All right, so let's get into the tour. First, I want to say the exterior is really nice. I like the pops of red, and then the wood paneling here is a nice touch. And y'all know how I feel about Simlish. I like the Simlish sign. I think it's really cute. Let's start with the bottom level. My sim self is in here somewhere. So the build opens up to a lobby. I do like that there's the fine detail of the security cameras everywhere. But it opens up to this lobby, and for whatever reason, the Sims are turning up in this lobby now. Like they are so happy to be here. I like the front desk area. It's a really nice detail. You know, it reminds me when you check into like Dave and Buster's or something like that, and you come and get your tickets. And this plant right here is dope. Like I need to put this in a build or two because that looks really good. And through here, it's going to take you into some table games, tabletop games. So I see chess, I see, what is that? Ping pong, foosball, pool, all of the things. And then there's a bar back here, which is really nice. I do love a good bar at an arcade, a barcade, if you will. I do love a barcade. So people are back here getting drinks and things like that. But take note of all of the pops of color. I think it looks really good in here. It's vibrant. So if you're going to be using this build in any Let's Play, I think if you want to take your sim somewhere and just, you know, have them have a ball, have a couple of drinks and turn up, I think this is the perfect build because it's just like very like fun, vibrant, and Like I really can't stop looking around. Like the choice of color is very, very nice in here. Girl, girl, and I'm not editing you out because why are you out here like that? You should be embarrassed. Anyway, so the build in the hallway, you got some vending machines and elevators that take you upstairs. And then you have the bathrooms with the water fountain. I'm gonna put the walls halfway down so we can get a look at the bathrooms. They're very straightforward, just, some mirrors, muted colors. I do like the panda mural in here, and like the mirror are the panda eyes. I'm sorry, I think that's so cute. But yes, so that's pretty much it for the bathrooms. Nothing too fancy. And then back here you have what appears to be like the staff office, which is pretty nice. You come back here, you can tell a story with, like, I don't know, maybe your son works here or something like that. So they have this little back room area for staff behind the bar. And over here, we have what people come for. We have the arcade games, and I really like the setup in here. I tried to test the functionality of everything, and my Sims are able to use pretty much all of the items. For whatever reason, though, my Sim is acting like she's having a hard time doing the Dance Dance Revolution, and I just feel like she's just being rude. Like she's just giving me a hard time. I'm sure it works just fine, but my Sim is just being a diva. So you have all of these games over here. They are functional. I can have my sim self, who is in a very flirty mood. We can come over here and play this arcade game. Your sim will put in a simoleon and then they'll just start playing the game, which is really, really nice. They also have the skee ball, so your sim can come over here and play a little bit of skee ball. So the skee ball, again, is the skee ball is functional, and I'm not sure why there are knights showing up at the arcade. I don't know what's going on right now. And I love how all of the arcade items are functional. Honestly, modders and CC creators make this game so amazing, because just imagine if we had like an arcade pack. That would just be that would be fun. But again, thankfully, we do have modders to carry the game. And why is this knight? Why is the knight in my shot? Okay. Anyway, so now that we pretty much toured the lower level, let's go upstairs. Oh my goodness, it is night at the barcade. I am crying. So the upper level pretty much overlooks the tabletop area. Please ignore all of the nights. Apparently it's night over at the barcade. There's this big old TV right here where Sims can come and play a game. I like the game logo on here. It's just a nice touch. And over here, we have some more private areas where people can come and game together. Another pool table. Over here, you have the PC gaming room, which is pretty dope. I want to take note though of like all of the graphic wall art that's around. It just really helps to tie in the theme of a gaming lounge, like a gaming bar. And I feel like it's so dope. Like I don't have anything to say besides all of the knights that are here at the bar this evening. I really don't have anything negative to say about this build whatsoever. I think that the pops of color and the attention to detail, as well as like the graphics used throughout the build, really help tie it in together. And we even have night here. It's like Weeb Central at the gaming lounge. Like we're all having a good time. I feel like this build is pretty much perfect, and it's going to look great in my save file for my Let's Plays. So this was the Level Up Gaming Lounge by Shaymu22. I would say that this build is nice. I love the pops of color. I think that the graphics on the wall, like with the pops of color, really tie it into like a very fun and vibrant place where your Sims can come, meet people, have a drink, and just enjoy a nice barcade at the Level Up Gaming Lounge. If you put this in your save file, let me know in the comments below what you thought about it. Other than that, as I said, if you need some help installing the build, give me a holler. But I am going to enjoy a little bit of gameplay here myself with, my sim. And I will check in next week with another build review. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your week. Stay positive and hydrated. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye.